How's it going, everybody? Joe, where are we?
We're at Retro World Expo. We're doing an arcade crashers at Retro World, which isn't really an arcade, but an arcade is
any place. Hey, listen, if you can have a storage locker arcade.
You know, Christ used to say, "Whenever three or more gathered in my name, I am there." And such is an arcade. Whenever five or more pinball machines or cabinets are somewhere, it's an arcade.
There's definitely more than five.
There's definitely more. I'm actually pretty optimistic about this. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a decent episode short. And without further ado, here's the episode of Arcade Crashers Retro World.
You're not working out of that.
Joe, you can hit it back anytime now.
Great job. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. I saw when I came out. That is so
Fulgor! Jago! Jesus. Nice job. Nice job.
First time playing in like 30 years plus.
Good job.
Fulgor!
I don't know if I can duplicate that against you, but...
One more. Give me one more.
What are you getting, a snowman? You want a bit of snowman? Yeah, him. He's like the counter to this guy, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, sure you don't.
Jesus. Thank God. Well done, Vito. All right.
Not Juan, what's up, everybody? Joey, who's this guy?
This is Mr. Paul Eiding. Many people know him from Final Fantasy, from Transformers, but I know him as Colonel Roy Campbell. Thank you for joining us on Perfect Storm.
And who exactly is Colonel Roy Campbell? What is he from?
He's from Metal Gear Solid, yes. I'm going to wait till this tones down. Somebody's screaming right now. They can still hear us?
Of course, we're mic'd up.
So Metal Gear Solid, he was the old colonel that was talking to Snake going through. So he would say things like, excellent Snake, age hasn't slowed you down. Can you actually say that?
Snake, excellent Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
That's amazing.
Playing a game. I'm 15 all over again playing.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so am I. I was 15 when I did it. And if you believe that, I've got some property for it.
You were also, and this made me angry actually when I walked up here. It's pretty funny. I literally got angry at this. He was this guy's voice. I hated these guys at the Transformers. Like, I literally wanted them to explode into a billion pieces. That's how much I hated them. So he did a good job. He did his job.
Yeah,
How long have you been in the industry now?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been an actor as my only source of income since 1975.
Wow.
Never worked another job. I've never been on unemployment.
50 years.
Good for you.
I've been
blessed.
Oh God. Yeah, it has been that long, hasn't it?
Good for you.
I'm old.
It's all right. Me too.
Well, we all got old.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
I
That's
still
right,
feel like
if we're
I'm
lucky.
25 most days, and then I
Likewise,
get up.
man.
I get up and nothing works.
Yeah. So I've always been an actor. Did voiceover work, mainly commercials and some animation when I was living in Minnesota for 10 years. Moved to LA to be a nobody again, and got
Became
lucky.
somebody.
In 1983, moved to LA, did a play where I played three characters: a Cockney soldier, an African manservant, intentionally a white man playing a black man.
Yes.
In a great play called Cloud Nine, and I played a 5-year-old girl, a hideously unattractive child, with pigtails, the whole bit. And there was a gentleman that one of the nights was there. His name was Gordon Hunt, Helen Hunt's father.
Okay.
Gordon was the director and casting director at Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, wow.
He saw me do 3 different characters, 3 different voices. He called me in for what they called a general audition. I did like 10 different characters, 10 different types, from big gum guys to younger characters to wizards, all that sort of thing. And my career started. I did a lot of stuff for Hanna-Barbera.
That's awesome.
From
you are literally the voice of our childhood.
Well, you said 75, and he's doing.
I'm 76. He's
I mean,
the voice of my childhood.
you're doing content all the way to Avatar, correct?
Oh, I was in Avatar.
So you've hit like about 3 or 4 different generations. Now, do you have one role or roles, I should say, that's more, that you enjoy more than others?
The next one,
Which
my
is?
favorite. Which means no.
I'm
still
they hire him
working.
for next.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No,
he's glad he still got a job.
my next job is the best one. Look, I've been lucky enough. When you get involved in a show or series that has a long life to it, I'm thrilled. You know, Perceptor and the Transformers, we just had our 40th
grateful,
anniversary.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Look at the
amazing.
reaction. Look at the reaction you got out of me walking by, going, "Wait a minute!"
Yeah.
And then now we're interviewing you.
And Grandpa Max and Ben 10.
Right.
But as far as gaming is concerned, I've done like 150 games. And I love them all. But Metal Gear, you know, Colonel Campbell's got to be.
I mean, that was such a legendary
100%.
series.
That voice,
And
I hear it, like your voice.
plus, it was the Nintendo series, and it was Sony that
On
kind of
PlayStation,
re-upped
that
it.
exploded.
Yeah.
Exploded on
Well, they brought the whole franchise back with the first one, PlayStation 1.
I played that game for over a year straight.
It was
I swear to
amazing.
God, I loved it.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, that game I was actually found as a demo CD. I think it was Game Pro or some magazine that I bought. So I played that as a demo, the first level.
Get outta here.
I fell in love with it. So yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, it is.
You have any advice for somebody who would like to break in? Because I would love to break into voice acting. I get told constantly that
Well, as long
I
as
do a
you're-
lot of voices. My voice in general, I get told I should be on radio and all types of things like that. I mean, if you watch the show, he says it all the time. But how do you break into it? How do you do it? I'd love to do it, 100%.
breaking in nowadays,
Not tough, man.
it's easier and more difficult than ever. It's easier because you can do it from home.
Okay.
You got a mic set up and a computer.
And more difficult because you can do it from home?
You can get booked. But the tough part of that is that you're not the only one doing it.
Right. So everybody can do it from home.
Everybody around the world is doing it. I have friends who are doing auditioning for video games from everywhere. And at the same time, there's a young dude that I met online because he was a Metal Gear fan, who's in York, England, a little podcast, and I did an interview with him for his podcast, and he wanted to get into the business. So I said, well, he had a great voice. I said, go to acx.com.
Okay.
They do audiobooks.
I'll be doing that later tonight.
Yeah.
Literally.
You go on, you follow their instructions. It's really simple. And what they do is you give them a sample of what you sound like. And I think you can even put in how much money you would get paid per hour. And they put it on their website. Writers, new authors come, and they'll listen to different types of voices. And if your voice fits what they're looking for, you got a job. This young guy has done 3 books.
Wow. Yeah, I'm literally tonight when we get back, I'm logging. I'm gonna go right now. 100%.
But what I usually tell folks is, unless you're an actor, unless you've done acting or whatnot, either take an improv class or an acting class.
Okay.
Because anybody can come up with a different
You've got to
kind
be
of
quick.
voice.
Yeah, you got to be
But
real
you've
quick.
got to be able to make that character live, not just from your voice to here to the microphone. It's got to live through the microphone to the ear of the listener. You know what I mean?
Well, literally what you just said is exactly why I grabbed that piece of paper and said that cartoon character pissed me off, and it's because of you. You know what I mean? So it proves exactly what it
Mission
is.
accomplished.
Right, yeah. You just okay, thank you.
I don't
That's
want
the only
to-
thing I have to say. Now the last question is, where can we find you? Where are you? Online,
There's
Twitter,
people waiting
YouTube?
to speak to this guy.
brother.
No, they can't see behind the camera. There's people waiting to speak to
There are
Paul.
thousands.
Tens of thousands. Where can the average gentleman like myself or female like myself?
Oh, I'm on
not like
YouTube. It's just my name. I'm not hidden. There's nothing secret.
Great.
It's Paul Lighting. Twitter is for Paul Lighting, and I'm on. I'm still on Facebook.
how are the controls and everything? How's it
This
feel?
is okay.
Good?
Yeah, the quality. The quality.
Old school table, right?
Oh, very. The quality of this is very good. The quantity, though, you know, you need more than 6 pinball machines.
Isn't Williams connected to Bally? Bally Williams, isn't it? Or no? Separate.
Oh, wow.
Pinballs and Williams are separate or together?
I think it's separate.
No.
Oh, Bally Williams. I see what you mean now. Yeah.
Bally Williams.
Yeah. All right.
Why is that screen so dark?
It's not supposed to be. And that button doesn't work.
You can legitimately barely see it. That's how bad it is.
It's bad, man. It's very dim. Wow, is that dim?
And the other
One, Joey, what's up? Who's this gentleman we're
This
sitting
is
with?
LGR, the legend.
Yes,
LGR.
happy to
LGR,
be here.
here it
Want
is.
to tell us who you are, a little bit about your channel?
Yeah, Clint Basinger. I've done LGR for 15 years pretty much, but been on YouTube since 2006 and just kind of kept it going ever since.
Not too long, right?
Yeah, you know, I just got started.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
So what got you into doing YouTube?
And it was really kind of an accidental thing. So it was 2008, 2009, you know, the recession deal. The job kind of went to crap. So I'm
When
like,
the housing market went.
everything was garbage. So I'm like, you know what, I may as well just start making videos on that channel I already have. I had posted some stuff, but you know, around that time it was like AVGN and guys like that were really popular. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's a huge ABG.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my own like angry reviews, right? And so I called them lazy game reviews because I just wanted to be as lazy as possible after like just things were stupid. And yeah, just kind of did it from there for a few years until finally it started. You know, the partnership program came around for gamers and whatnot, and I joined in on that in early 2013 and been doing it full time ever since.
And this is what did you?
If you don't mind me asking, what did you do before you did YouTube?
Yeah, before this, it was a string of terrible jobs. So I did everything from like makeup salesman, consultant to working on the assembly line for a little bit, putting together like CDs, like exercise CDs, the jewel cases, and then most recent was making custom picture frames. For,
Whatever makes that green, right?
That's exactly it. So
Your
whatever
channel
works.
now is scaled to nearly 2 million.
Yeah.
Is this still like you're controlling all proprietary content, or is there a team behind you that helps out with the channel?
It has been me from day one, and that's what it remains.
That's incredible.
I've never had.
And as
a
it
team.
scales, yeah, you're just
It's always just been me, and then that's kind of the way I like it because honestly, anything that I want to bring somebody in to help with, it's like, yeah, but I like doing that. You know, it's like I like doing the scripts, I like doing the filming, I like doing the editing, I like doing the color grading, I like doing the audio. Like if I was to take any of those away, it would almost feel like I'm losing part of the reason why I do this at all and what makes it fun.
Does it ever get taught? Like, does it still, like, we're smaller, we have 1,000 or whatever we have. We wake up, we go, oh my God, we got 20 subscribers to this morning. Oh my God, it's huge. You have 1.73 million. Like, what is it for someone on that aspect? You wake up, does it still impress you, or are you just whatever?
Good question.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's still impressive that many people have come along at all. And, you know, it really feels real at a show like this, just like seeing people coming up and like they're leaving stuff on the table.
You got a line.
And, like,
There's
a
a
line.
Yeah, a line. Like,
and so it's like, that's the kind of stuff that impresses me, is like the subscribers stop being a thing, honestly, after like 1 million. Because I know, like, well, okay, I get my 1 million plaque, that's kind of fun, but now it's just kind of sitting in the back part of an office, like, what's next? I don't know. The subscribers are like, they could be half bots for all I know. And so, like, I don't really put too much in that. I put much more into the individual feedback and comments I get from people at shows and from people over email, or like people leaving heartfelt comments on a video. You know, I'll cover something that they shared with their grandfather, or, you know, something that they remembered from their childhood, and now they're like, oh man, I played with that, and now I'm sharing this with my kid, and he loves your video, and now he wants to like mess with this thing that I messed with as a kid. And so it's that the community back and forth is what keeps me going, honestly.
So one of the aspects that we're going to be bringing in, or one of the features we're going to be bringing into our show, is we're going to have it to where people can basically call in and play with us. Like, you want to play Mario Kart? Click this link, now you can play with us. We do interviews with people on our live streams. Is that something you'd be willing to do? Like, you want to log in with us and play Mario Kart, or would you be willing to join the show for like an hour or so and interview?
Like podcast, live streams, I've never done
Not your
that.
thing?
It's
Okay.
like, that's just been like
Understandable.
Like scripted content. So
We're-
this is like, oh man, I mean, I'll do it while I'm here, but it's like, yeah, if it's online, you know, to any kind of degree, especially like live stuff, man, it freaks me out.
No, I understand.
Are you a regular here with? Is this something like a? Is Retro World a fixture? Yeah. Are you going to be here
This
next
is
year?
my
Yeah.
first and maybe only time. I don't know. I've never
Okay.
been before. I've been invited a bunch of times. So, like, I've known Lance, one of the guys that runs this, for years and years. I used to be on Retro World TV back in the day, and yeah, he's been inviting me forever. So I've always wanted to come out to it.
It was your first year.
It's my first year. I usually do like the vintage computer shows. So it's like Vintage Computer Festival Midwest is like my main gig, just because I'm all about the computer stuff.
Gotcha.
Like the general retro video gamey type of thing, like I dabble in, but you know, like MS-DOS and Windows 95 is very much my gig. So I tend to be more comfortable at those shows, but I'm trying new things this year, you know? So.
Where's the next place you're going to be, and tell everybody where they can find you.
can they
You're on
find you?
Twitter too, right?
Yeah. So it's pretty much all known with the tags or whatever it is, username handles, is still Lazy Game Reviews, just because that's what I used to be known as. But you just search LGR on Twitter, YouTube, on Patreon, and Reddit, and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's mainly just YouTube these days. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thanks for having
Nice to meet you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
asking.
Appreciate it. This is JOEcade. Joe, who is this wonderful gentleman?
This is Warren Davis, another legend of the industry. Made Q-bert, the legendary Q-bert. Worked on Terminator 2, Revolution X. Warren, it's a pleasure.
Thanks for having me in. Nice to there we go. Nice to meet you guys.
Now we got to start with the first one.
What got you started? What got you into creating video games?
When the first video game came out, the first arcade game, Pong, Space War, those kind of things, I was a freshman in college, and I was studying computer engineering. And I thought, holy moly, this is the ideal usage of computers
That's a dream job.
as entertainment. Because honestly, I always, you know, from the earliest days I was messing with computers, I thought computers should be used for entertainment. And so when video games came out, I was like, oh my God, this is like an ideal thing. But I couldn't even imagine, you know, getting a job doing that. So,
Boy, has times changed with what computers are used for nowadays.
yeah, oh my God, yeah, of course. Couldn't envision that.
Now Q-bert comes out and it is so innovative. It's not 3D, not 2D, but 2.5D.
Yeah, well.
It's got, I mean, yeah.
Fake.
That's what he's working
It's
with,
fake.
Now, did you create the actual character itself? Like
No,
just
no,
the
that
code?
was Jeff Lee.
All right.
So basically, Jeff Lee was the artist at Gottlieb. And he worked on pretty much every game that they were doing there, except if a programmer was an artist themselves. We had a couple like that. Tim Skelly, who did Reactor, did his own art. But Jeff was there and he was available, and he actually created all these characters before I came along, because he envisioned that they might be used in a different game. But when I came along and I saw this Escher pattern, Jeff created this Escher pattern for another programmer, but it filled the screen. But when I looked at it, I thought, well, if that was carved into a pyramid and something bounced on the top, it would have one of two places to go. Down to the left, down to the right. That's binary.
Yes.
0, 1. So in one byte of data, you could determine an entire path.
But even 2D byte of data, you made it directional, which was innovative, which was awesome.
It was just, that's the way it hit me when I looked at it. And so, I carved that pyramid out of those background blocks, and I set myself a programming assignment to make balls bounce down. So I needed to know randomness, gravity, collision detection. That's all I was doing. I had no game in mind. It was just fun. So then people looked at it and said, wow, that looks cool. You should do something with that. So then I thought, well, I guess I need a character to jump around the
pyramid.
I went to Jeff and said, do you have any characters? And he put up on the screen a bunch of characters, which were basically the characters in Qbert now. But I picked that orange one with the long nose to be the player because I thought he looked kind of pathetic, and I thought that would work.
Oh, that wasn't the hero. Okay, interesting. You made him.
That was the year. What year was that?
1982.
82. And what's got you out here in 2024 Retro World?
Well, for some strange reason, people remember Qbert in these old games.
It's pretty iconic.
Well, it's an iconic,
I know that, but it wasn't in 1982. It was just something, my job was to make a game.
Yeah, but then 83, 84, 85, I mean, they had cartoons, you had merchant. Qbert, I was a kid back, 82, I was 6. Qbert was everywhere.
Remember.
I had Qbert bed sheets.
In 1983,
Lunchbox.
Qbert was everywhere. I'd say by 1986, Qbert was forgotten. Really. He was forgotten for years. Very few things happened Qbert related until the 90s. Then there was like a Game Boy, there was a Super NES.
90s represent.
And then what happened was in the mid-90s, that's when the people who were kids were getting into their 20s, were getting nostalgic for the old games. Retro gaming didn't begin until the mid-1990s.
Now you mentioned the 90s. This is a great segue. You also worked on Terminator 2 and Revolution X. One of the first trailers, if you beat Mortal Kombat 2, Revolution X was there, and you'd be like, there's the first game trailer. Tell us about working on Revolution X and Terminator 2.
Well, Terminator 2, I was halfway done when I came in. One of the programmers left, and I was hired because I had known the system. I'd worked on it before. So I kind of came in, got up to speed very quickly. I just contributed a few things. I worked on a couple of the enemies in the future world, their AI, and I did the SWAT van level. And I had also pioneered all of the digitizing. And unfortunately, when I left Williams in the late 80s, I had given them a digitizing system that they never modified.
Wow.
And when I came back, I thought somebody would have kept it up, going.
Wow.
Nobody did. So when I came back, I improved it, and we used all that digitizing for things like Terminator 2, Mortal Kombat, NBA Jam, and I continued to improve that system throughout the early 90s.
Wow, so all NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat 2, holy shit, those are all like hugely iconic games. I mean, they're over there.
And they're iconic partially because they use digitized graphics. I didn't work on NBA Jam, the game, although you can play me as one of the secret characters.
Yes.
And I didn't work on Mortal Kombat, although I did contribute something to the attraction.
But the realistic look of them, the digitized, yeah.
So hold on, you can get dunked on in a video game by Michael Jordan. Literally, I can just dunk on you in that game over there.
Yeah, if you're playing this
We got to figure that out later. Figure out how to unlock him so I can dunk on him.
exactly.
Warren, last question. Is this going to be a staple? Are we going to see you more and more on these Retro Worlds and Expos?
I don't know. I mean, maybe less and less. I wrote a memoir, so I have a book.
Please, let's plug this, yeah.
Sure. It came out in 2022. It covers 14 years of my career working on not just Qbert, but all the arcade games I worked on for Williams Valley Midway. So
What's the name of the book?
It's called Creating Qbert and Other Classic Video Arcade Games. So anyway, I I came to a lot of shows in 2022, starting to promote it. I've never been to the show. This is my first time here.
Ours too.
And I'm still going to new shows because there's so many shows.
It's
that weren't
ridiculous.
around 10 years
Now,
ago.
where can the average person find you if they wanted to follow you, subscribe to you? Do you have YouTube? What do you got?
I've got a Facebook page, which is @WarrenDavis29. I've got a Twitter account, which is @WarrenDavis29. So those are the best ways, I'd say. Yeah.
We'll tag you on our Twitter. We're also everywhere. We'll promote your book. He is Warren Davis, the legend. Warren, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you guys.
Thanks,
Nice to
brother.
meet you both.
I might be broke.
Huh?
I think mine's broke.
This is broken?
I just did. Hold on, don't move.
Fuck me up.
Perfect, Vito. Perfect.
My shirt.
Two,
What's up,
one.
everybody? It's Vito from Perfect Storm Gaming and JOEcade. Joe, who is this wonderful
This is
gentleman?
Dan Kitchen. He's a legend in the industry. Him and his brothers, Activision, they made games for the Atari 2600. Dan, welcome to Perfect Storm.
Thank you so much. Nice to be here.
My first question to you is, what got you into this crazy world of video game creation?
Yeah, I'll tell you, my father was into electronics growing up. He made TVs, he made oscilloscopes. We just got into the electronic business. And then early on, my brothers and I got home computers, got Apple IIs, learned how to program them, and always wanted to make games.
And you made some great ones. Some of those being
Thank you. We worked on Keystone Capers, Crackpots, Kung Fu Master, Ghostbusters, Pressure Cooker. We did a lot of them for Activision in the early 80s.
And you also did some NES games. I believe Bart vs. the Space Mutants was yours, right?
We did Bart vs. Space Mutants, Bart vs. the World, Super Battle Tank, a number of games for people like Acclaim, THQ.
Now, these are the past that we're talking about, 70s and 80s.
But what's got you here in 2024?
Dan's got some new stuff to talk about.
We got some new stuff. But my brother Gary Kitchen and David Crane co-creator of Activision, co-founder, Mr. Pitfall, Pitfall 2. The three of us have gotten together and are now creating brand new Atari 2600 games for the new Atari system. So we've got brand new games for the Atari 2600. We've got Circus Convoy by Gary Kitchen and David Crane. We've got legendary John Van Ryzen of Hero legend, who did Hero, one of the best games of the 2600, has come out of retirement, created Alien Abduction for us.
Oh, wow. He came out of retirement? I didn't know
Came
that.
out of retirement
Sorry, this
last
is impromptu.
year. We called him up. I said, John, you made Hero. We're making games. You got to join
John's
us.
another legend.
John's
Yeah.
another legend.
Wow.
And I'm coming out with Casey's Gold later this year, which is kind of the spiritual successor to my brother's Keystone Capers.
Now, these games, and I know this.
Digital format, or is
That's
it hard
you did
copy?
literally took it from me. Yeah.
How can you?
These are tangible with manuals and boxes.
These are tangible games. We're recreating the original Activision experience.
That's what we call old school.
Old school. You can buy the game in a box with a physical cartridge, color manual, and we have QR code technology in the game now. So you take a picture of your screen when you get your high score, it automatically sends the information to our website, and if you reach the plateau, we'll send you a physical patch in the mail, just like Activision did.
They used to do that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, used to.
If
work
we get a
hard
high
to get those
score,
patches.
oh my goodness. Okay, that's cool.
So we've got Circus Convoy, we've got Alien Abduction, we've got Casey's Gold coming out, and a bunch of new games set for 2025.
If you hit a score, they would send you oh, that's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
the old school, you take a picture of your TV set, send it in. Now we do it digitally. Take a picture with your phone, get the QR code, it sends the information right to our site. We send you the patch.
That's great. Now, this is your first go at Retro World, or you've been here regular?
This is my first time at Retro World, and I'm loving it.
You're loving it.
A great show. We go around the country to different venues, but I've never been to one in Hartford, and it's wonderful.
Are you going to be a staple here moving forward?
I think so.
Because
I
we
live
are.
locally, so we're going to be here, I think, every year.
Awesome. That's great.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Hey, Dan, thank you for having us on Perfect
Thank
Storm.
you so much.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for
Dan
the fans.
Kitchens.
Thank you, guys.
A legend. The legend. In a minute. I'll be back.
I'm happy you find stuff.
Jump, fire, crouch. Okay. Let's go. I'm blue, you're red.
Hang on.
Well, all right. Controllers suck balls, bro.
Yeah, truly, my fire button's not working.
My go right button.
How do I not? Okay. All right, here we go. All right, I see. Good job.
You played Narc. You never played Narc back in the day, right?
For NES.
You never played in the arcade?
For NES, not the arcade. I mean, I obviously know Narc, but it wasn't a game I played.
Hold on, Joe. I literally like moving to the right. It's tough as shit. Wait, can I shoot you? I hated that feature of games back in the day, dude.
Yeah, you can
Spread
shoot.
them. Spread them. So you want men to spread it, huh? You know, nothing wrong with that these days.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it.
All right, so my
Level one.
controllers aren't.
You know, a little less to be desired. I think it's like it's not bad, but they could be better.
Yeah.
I like the cabinet. I love the old school
Oh,
cabinet.
it's the best.
It's fucking the bomb.
Yeah.
I'm literally. Hold on a second. Let me catch up to the screen. I can't even fucking. It's terrible.
I'm dead.
They shot me with needles, little bastards.
You died?
You got me higher than freaking Hunter Biden at the White House gathering. You know what I mean? Higher than Hunter at a White House gathering. Our son's the smartest man I know. I'm stuck, Joe. Can you wait till I get off the screen?
Have you played with me before?
I can't get off the screen. Oh yeah, you gotta crouch to shoot these little fucking mutts, huh?
I don't wait for nobody.
I noticed. Oh, I'm collecting my coat, though.
Cocaína.
Next game. Perfect. All right, Joe, what do you think of this place?
Retro World or the arcade section?
The arcade section. Retro World, you know, we'll rate them separately. What do you think of everything in the whole?
Retro World Expo is excellent. We've met legends, we've met new people, old people. The arcade section, no, not at all. Buttons broke, sticky. It definitely needs repair and maintenance. There was a screwdriver on one cabinet. The monitors are very dim.
That's how you jimmy the game. You put the screwdriver in like a car. And you like old school.
I don't know about you, but like maybe half of my cabinets had sound.
I don't like that.
The quantity of pinball, you need more than half a dozen pinball machines. I'm sorry. This is not going to be a good review. I would have to say on a 1 to 10 joystick scale, I'm giving this a 2.
I'm going to, listen, yeah.
Gave more to be desired for, that's for certain.
Double deuce for us. So as we always do, we're going to hit this place, Joe?
No.
We ain't coming.
Go to Retro World for the personalities,
Yes.
for the people, for the vendors, for the merchandise, for the wrestling. There's 1,000 different things to go for. But if you're going for the arcade,
Not for what's behind us.
yeah, it's
I mean,
no.
listen, it's for the most part, it's included with your price. There's wrestling going on. You hear the thumping in the background. That's wrestling. It's pretty cool. You can't beat that. There's Kit, the Knight Rider car. You got, well, he doesn't like wrestling. You got Barbie car. You got a bunch of different stuff here.
It's wonderful.
Tons of vendors. If
This is
you're
a staple.
looking for-
We're going to be here every year.
Yeah, if you're
but
looking
as far as
for-
the arcade section,
ass. If you're looking for places to pick up retro consoles, retro games, you're missing something, I think you can find it here. But if you're coming here to play arcades, don't.
perfect.
Bye.